guys? Welcome back to Main Street Cinema, boys. We are gonna, give that quick ass review of Mortal Kombat, the new 2021 Mortal Kombat. We have a special guest today. As always, it is myself and one of your other hosts of Main Street Cinema, boys. Dave is here with us.
Hello, everyone.
And we also have the president and founder of the Old Town Whiskey Club, a local Virginia whiskey club that is located in the Prince William County, Manassas area. We have Greg Cook here with us today. Good friend of mine.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, he really wanted to talk about Mortal Kombat.
I did.
He was more excited than I was.
One of my favorite classic movies.
He's like, I'm going to watch the first one and the second one and maybe play some video games. I was like, okay, I guess. I guess you're going to be way more prepared than I will be for this. But so the 2021 Mortal Kombat, it's directed by Simon McQuoid. I don't know anything else he done or did. Didn't really look into it, but that's who directed it. Just in case you want to know, there's not too many people involved with it from the old one, aside from some probably Capcom like executives. But it's what I would say is probably it's a reboot, like a full on reboot, and you get introduced to a new character who is introduced, who's kind of trying to connect with the new crowd, I guess, or the new group of fans. So you don't have your old guy, you have Cole Young. I'm not gonna tell you who this guy Cole Young is, but he's the new character, not in any games, not in any other movies. So he's just thrown in there, and we all get to go on his journey together, old fans and new fans. Dave, you want to go say what you think first about how did you like this flick?
Not sure I like the new character. I get what they were trying to. I get what they were trying to do, trying to use him to kind of like introduce everybody to the entire universe, and it just didn't work for me. I didn't like the actor. I didn't like him in Iron Fist, and he's just not good in here. I don't know if it's the script or if it's him. But yeah, I didn't enjoy that. And when you're talking about a reboot, man, did they reboot this all the way back before the tournament even started. I'm not so sure if that was great or a great idea. That's almost anticipating that there's going to be a sequel, obviously, especially with the bonus, I guess, extra footage or the ending scene of whatchamacallit, Cole going to Hollywood.
Yeah.
So other than that, other than Cole, like Sonya Blade, for across 3 movies, they really haven't gotten Sonya Blade right. That's another thing.
She
that was
was
hard.
like an upgrade for this one, but still not great.
Exactly. I mean, like the first movie, you had Bridget Wilson. She's a good actress, but she was not great on the action sequences.
Mm-hmm.
Second movie, I forget what that actress's name was. She looked more like the actual arcade character.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like more of Bridget Wilson, and this one was just bad acting all the way around. So those 2 characters, I mean, if you would have eliminated them maybe, and it might have been okay. Shang Tsung was a little iffy. But there was some good stuff. There was some great stuff, actually. All the effects and whatnot, especially what looks like their focus was between Sub-Zero and Scorpion were great. I've enjoyed Reptile a little bit there. He looked a little odd, but I think he's going to get an upgrade, and if there is going to be a sequel. Good popcorn flick, though. I can't be mad. I watched it. I actually watched it about 2 more times after this morning, just for fun and whatnot. So there were good aspects of it. It was definitely, out of the 3 movies, I would say it was my second favorite. First favorite is still going to be the first. And then, of course, Annihilation, I'll put at the bottom. But that was more cheesy and meant to be cheesy. So that's how I felt. What about you, Greg?
Yeah. James Remar, great.
So my take on the movie, basically, after watching the original again this morning and late last night, was that it's a definite upgrade for a reboot.
Yeah.
My feel on the storyline is I'm glad that they kind of do it as a prequel. Not to give too much away, that it's not really the tournament aspect style movie what you saw in 1995. But I do like that it's a different story that kind of gets a little bit deeper into the characters. Providing that there is going to be a sequel, I like what they did with it. There is a couple characters that I think they missed on. One character I think they definitely hit on was the Kano character. I think his comedic role and what he brought to the movie definitely enhanced it to make it enjoyable throughout.
Okay. Yeah, I like the reboot idea. The story, sitting through it, I was like, oh, it's not going to be a tournament. But then going, obviously, I'd read some reviews, but you're expecting a sequel. Didn't really have a problem with Cole or Sonya. They sucked at their acting sucked. Yeah. I mean, but it was definitely I was entertained most of the movie, and then when they were talking, sometimes I was like, okay, let's move this along. But there are many times where they're talking, and then a fatality just happens out of nowhere. You're just like, what the hell's going on here? And you're screaming at the TV, or you're screaming in the theater, whichever one you went to see it in. Hiroyuki Sanada was amazing, as always. The guy's been killing it, one of Japan's best actors for a while. He kills it as, I think everyone knows who he plays. He plays Scorpion. So he kills it. Joe Taslim, who plays Sub-Zero, he's great. Makad Brooks, I'm glad he got work, but, he did exactly what I thought he would do, bring CW level ability to the role of Jax. And Jax was pretty marginalized in the movie. Until he found his I can't remember the name of the word. It's like chi, but
Arcana.
They're Arcana, yeah.
Arcana.
They're magic powers. So he finds his, and his is based on some shit it should not be at all. Exactly. But whatever. It's I would say definitely fun watch. It's not a great movie, but it's definitely fun to watch. And if you like the video games and you've played them, there's just little cool elements that you get to see. Kung Lao's entrance. Just even some of the moves you would do to escape things, like Sub-Zero leaves behind a replica version of himself at one point. Like those are like those little things where you played the game, you're like, I remember how to do that move. I remember the buttons. So you might have fun seeing those things. The only other thing I'd probably go on is like the choreography and pretty much most of the fights. Hands down, the best fight would be Subs and Scorpion at the very beginning, where he's still before that. But that was the best fight for me. And then again later, it involves those two characters. They have just some of the best choreography, but it's mostly because they're ninjas and they are fighting like ninjas. Whereas the other characters are either fighting like what their style should be. Jax is just a puncher kicker, so it's gonna look different. He's a strong dude. And even some of the fights with Kung Lao, his fights look really good. So it's really about style of the character. You have to realize that when you're watching it. But that first fight was just fucking nasty, and it didn't keep that level the entire movie for me. Like all the fights weren't awesome. Some of them were just like, oh, okay.
But it did set the precedent.
It set a high precedent, and then it didn't stay there, and then it ebb and flowed.
But with having that intro sequence that way, it kept me hooked for the entire movie to see if there was going to be another fight scene like it.
Yeah, I want to see that again. Great entrance. And in the end, if you're gonna go into this and you are a big fan of it, what I can say is you're gonna get what you want from certain characters, and I don't want to give it away near the end, but you're at the end and you're like, yes, do it, and you're gonna get what you want.
Exactly.
Pretty much from almost all of the characters you'll see, and then some of them are surprises. Is this Thinker? No, but it wasn't gonna be. You've seen the first one, and I know you've seen Annihilation, maybe, which we all laugh at because it's a comedy. Who's this for? Someone who wants to just look. If you were one of those people that loved Godzilla versus Kong, and I'm not one of those people, you'll probably like this too. Yeah. Like I didn't like that. I like this for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I expected even less, but I expected what I did expect. I expected a video game movie that wasn't going to be great. but have fatalities and pretty cool fight scenes in it. And the story wasn't bad to me. I thought the story was well laid out.
I think the story sets up.
It's another movie. Yeah,
I think it sets up for novice people that do not know about Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
to watch it and not be confused. Obviously, when people start getting their special powers and things like that, that can probably confuse them. But for the initial storyline,
Yeah.
I think it sets up the beginners to like it. I love it.
Kano had me dying a lot of the movie until he just got until you get desensitized to him being who he is. But for about 20 minutes, he was the best character, and then he's just annoying. But that Kano and Sonya dynamic came out in this one the same way that it did in the first one. You get to see that dynamic, and that's funny. I mean, I think it's I'm gonna say this is a go watch it. It's a must see.
Yep, definitely go watch it.
Go watch it. It's on HBO. If you don't have HBO,
Right.
For a free movie, it's perfect.
well, it's free if you have HBO.
I mean, who doesn't have HBO? Kingsley?
Lots
Come
of
on.
people.
Come on.
So many people.
Come on.
Look at their subscriber number.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so many people.
Well, that's a different story right there. Lying about subscribers.
Yeah. So I mean, this is good for at least for me for HBO Max because I've been on. It's been on like a downtrend of movies that are coming out on HBO Max that I'm supposed to like and then I'm not liking them.
Right.
And
I think
this is a redeemer.
I think we now know why they said that they would do simultaneous release because I'm not sure they would have got too many repeat viewings in theaters and whatnot from the movies starting all the way back from Wonder Woman. So
yeah. But look, just hold out hope for Dune. Just hold out hope. It's gonna be great.
Right. Saving the best stuff for last, right?
Yeah, that's what we're holding out hope for.
We got The Conjuring coming up too, so.
That's true. The devil made me do it.
The Conjuring will be good.
The devil made me do it. Okay, I mean, any final thoughts on this flick? I mean, I think we've
if you're as far as the flick is concerned, I'm glad that they incorporated some of the Mortal Kombat Legacy stuff that was in there.
Yeah.
For anybody who hasn't seen it, there's a series of short films and whatnot, and that's where you get to see a little bit of this stuff play out. And we did definitely see that for Sub-Zero and Scorpion. So they did definitely upgrade the actors, and especially with Sub-Zero being the guy from The Raid. If anybody's seen that movie, go check that out, and you'll understand a little bit more of how badass he was.
Yeah. Anything?
For me, I mean, less than 2 hours. Perfect amount of time for a gory, action-filled movie.
I have seen, I agree with that definitely, but I have seen someone go, that movie should be longer, and I'm like, thanks, Josh, and fucking Snyder Cut, thanks.
Right, we might
no
get
more
the
of
4-hour
that
version.
I want some hour and 27-minute and hour and 35-minute movies.
I'll take a sequel instead of a 4-hour movie. Let's just do a sequel.
Look at that. See?
There we go.
Look at that.
Pick that up, huh?
Get in, get out, do some get over here's, and give me a sequel. I think that works. All right, guys, let us know what you thought about Mortal Kombat from 2021 and also from 1995 if you really just want to talk about that movie. In the comments below, let us know, and we'll try to respond to you if you're a nice person. I think we'll try to do that, right, Dave? But other than that, as always, hit that like button if you like what you saw, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.